A cell doesn't always die. Sometimes, it surrenders. It simply stops defending, stops repairing, stops resisting. How does it really begin? Not when a tumor appears, not when an organ fails, not when the body screams, but when cellular repair mechanisms slow down, communication with neighboring cells weakens, regulatory signals lose their authority. The cell chooses silence instead of resistance. At that moment, disease has not yet begun, but internal immunity has already collapsed. Cells do not betray suddenly. They are exhausted, day after day. Chronic stress, low-grade inflammation, sleep deprivation, nutritional depletion, distorted signaling, until the cell reaches a quiet decision. There is no longer enough energy to fight. A surrendered cell does not appear in routine tests, yet it opens the door to everything that follows. Hala, 35 years old, used to say, "I'm exhausted, but I'm not sick." Her tests were normal, balanced, undiagnostic, but inside, something was quietly collapsing. Years of unrelenting psychological stress, fragmented sleep, prolonged self-neglect, repeated emotional suppression. There was no single disease, but there was cellular loss of resilience. Over time, the body began to unravel in stages. Immune instability, recurrent inflammation, unexplained symptoms, then a late diagnosis. The problem was never the organ. It was the cells that had stopped fighting years earlier. Many chronic diseases begin with a phase known as cellular exhaustion and AMP, loss of resilience, a stage in which cells lose their ability to repair, to regulate, and to resist. By the time disease appears, the battle has already ended. Roots AI does not wait for cellular death. It observes markers of cellular exhaustion, declining repair capacity, distorted intercellular signaling. The moment a cell chooses silence over defense, because real medicine does not begin at the crime scene. It begins at the first retreat from the fight.
Cells do not surrender because they are weak. They surrender because they were left alone for too long. Dr. Holly, how many cells in your body today are quietly exhausted, waiting for a signal that tells them, keep fighting?